I'm lucky enough to be able to be pulled into these meetings with Saab and the Reserve Bank and Financial Intelligence Center, because they all want to know about this stuff, like what is going on, and obviously as adoption increases, which it will, they're going to become increasingly more uneasy. Now, this is a universal thing, not just a South African thing, where Bitcoin, if you want to now regulate Bitcoin in the same way you regulate currencies, you're going to have to now easily slot Bitcoin into that category and say, okay, Bitcoin is a currency, it's legal tender, it's money, so we're going to regulate it as such. But Bitcoin is one of those things that kind of defies categorization, or at least easy categorization. Even we see around the world how, some states in America, they're thinking of it as a commodity, or in Europe, that it's now, it's not just currency, it's something else. So there's going to be a lot of time and many years of kind of not just debate between countries, but within countries, different regulators wanting to try and regulate this in their way, the way they understand. So it's going to take years, literally, for everybody to say, okay, we're going to agree that it's this thing and we're going to apply these regulations. So we, again, are living in a cool time right now where the Reserve Bank will say, okay, it's Bitcoin. We can't do anything about Bitcoin. We don't know what it is. We don't understand it. But if you are now, if you're a company and you're providing services to somebody where you're converting Bitcoins from rands or dollars, well, that's our domain, and we're going to want to have our finger on that, and we're going to regulate the way that we understand. So there's going to be KYC and AML and all those kinds of things. But when it's Bitcoin, and I've said this to people, and they always laugh, Bitcoin is like pixie dust. Like, we don't know what that is. We can't put rules on it because it doesn't exist. Also, remember, Bitcoin is non-jurisdictional. There's no place that it exists. It's not like I have money in this country if I've got Bitcoin. Bitcoin is nowhere. At the end of the day, all I own is I have is ownership over something by virtue of my private key. So if you are a Bitcoin person, now I don't have at this stage an exchange where people can bring money into the system, but I'm kind of I feel like I can see ahead of that. If people want Bitcoin and they want to use this, they can go get Bitcoin themselves and let somebody else worry about that stuff. So it's a great place to be. Reserve Bank don't know anything about it, and Reserve Banks around the world, they can't figure it out. It's kind of like BitTorrent. The music industry and the movie industry have been trying to kill BitTorrent for years, but how do you stop peer-to-peer data being moved? How do you stop peer-to-peer transactions? You can't. The best thing they can do is allow businesses like this, like mine, to flourish, so they can at least have some measure of control. I at least kind of know my customers in a way that I know their devices, I know their mobile numbers. But if the Reserve Banks decide to come down on this, what they're going to do is drive it underground, and it's going to be the same thing. The movie industry, the music industry, and the banks all trying to suppress something that they have no control over. So let's take advantage of that and wait, and then in a couple of years' time we can ask for forgiveness or permission. But right now we don't have to.
In terms of the application for the school and the electricity, and using the app and so forth, I would assume that there's the cost, like you mentioned, was the prepaid meter. But in order for that to be rolled out, let's say, for example, we have a need for that in our communities, what would be the method of adopting what we've done?
Yes, so
is there like a direct kind of?
Right, so to use the electricity thing, you're going to have a smart meter. And the cool thing is that those are being rolled out. I think all communities, all schools certainly are going to eventually have these smart meters. Now, as soon as that happens, you're in, because those are now Internet of Things devices, and you can now communicate with them, you can draw data from them, send commands. So to me, the barrier of entry here isn't me saying to everybody, hey, we need to roll out smart meters for this to work. That's already happening. You see, so all we've got to do is wait for those to come up, and then we can say, look, another service, we can add to it.
So, and in terms of the allocation of the wallet addresses and all those kind of things, are there a manual, or is there